Well, hello my fine gardening friends, how the devil are you? Welcome to a bit of a cloudy evening here in beautiful Nova Scotia. I say cloudy because, well, it is cloudy, but the reason I say that is after all the rain that we've had over the last, what I thought was, forever, but it was about a month. The last 4 or 5 days have been absolutely, as we used to say in the Navy, redders. I've been, after cursing, for the last month, wanting some sun, I've been lying in the shade saying, oh, it's too hot, it's too hot. And so I haven't been out in the garden at all, really, other than early in the morning a little bit. But I thought I'd have a little inspection. We're due some rain tonight. Went out, just did a bit of an inspection, and I thought to myself, some of these plants are going over now, and after serving me so well, the lupins behind me, the beautiful pink lupins and the purple ones, they've gone over now, haven't they? They've had their time. And not the good thing, the trouble with lupins is, when they go over, they get eaten alive by slugs and all bits and bobs, and they look really scruffy, don't they? So now is a good time for me to cut them hard back, and they may grow back, well, they will grow back, but they may grow back and give me a second flush. But it will also give me a good excuse, or there's a bit of a gap there, to put in some gap fillers like dahlias. And I always keep some dahlias or things like that, maybe some, I think I've got some, what have I got? Lilies. I've got some lilies growing in pots, and various other bits and bobs I've got that I keep aside just for this case of when I cut back, to plug the gaps, and then I'll get sort of let the lilies and the dahlias, etc., grow up and grow into the space. So I thought I'd bring you along just to sort of show you what I do. You probably do it yourselves, but let's have a look, shall we? So as you can see behind me, we've got the lilies, and this beautiful, that was a beautiful pink one just a couple of weeks ago, looking very sorry for itself, and all the seeds, I've got enough of them growing, so I don't need any more seeds. And even though I might keep this one for another week or so longer, this pink one definitely is going to go. So I'm going to cut that hard back now. So here we are. And it's even trying to do a bit of new growth here. But I don't want it, I want this, get rid of all of this now. So I really am going to cut this hard back. And obviously the great thing about cutting it back as well is I can use it in the compost heap to make next year's beautiful compost. Let's have a look here. Here's one of these valerian as well. I don't want valerian. I've got so much valerian, and it's a bit of a thug. So good excuse to find these horrible bits and bobs that I don't want. Let's get this out. Let's see what else we got. And it may look a bit drastic, but it's not going to do it any harm at all. There we go. Now I can get a good look at the space. There's some little seedlings, I don't want them there either. There we go. Oh, hang on, ship roll. So I've got a nice bit of space for this nice dahlia that I've been growing on in this pot. So if I put that there, that'll come up. Obviously it's not going to take over the whole part of the lupin, but I've got some other things I'm going to put in behind probably, and that'll have a nice bit of colour in a few weeks time, and then the lupin will soon grow up and give me a second flush of nice leaves that aren't full of holes and mouldy looking, etc. So I'm just going to put in this dahlia now. In fact, I've got two dahlias. I've got one here for a dead spot that was there. I'm not sure it was actually there, but whatever it was is dead, so I'm going to put the dahlia in there. So I've still got a nice mulch of leaf mould on top of here, so I don't want to waste that, so I like to sort of pull it back, doing its job of keeping the weeds down, which is doing quite a good job, and obviously also feeding the soil. Well, as well as keeping the soil under here moist, so even though we've had really hot weather, it's still nice and moist under there, and shading the roots of the plants, keeping them nice and cool. Let me get a big spade. So there we go, 1, 2, and I've actually found another one and put 3 in. That should give it a nice bit of colour along here. I know it looks a bit insignificant at the moment, but like I said, some colour there. This will grow out itself again, and I've got some other plants there that with the extra light now, they're going to grow on nicely. And that's the other reason why it's good to be cutting these big dominating plants that are over their flowering now, is it will give other plants a chance to come up through. Like a busy border I've got on the side there, we've got I've cut that lupin right back, and that's going to give the cone flower and the black-eyed Susans that are all around it a chance to grow up now properly, get some good light and be nice and strong for their flowers later on in the summer. There we go. You probably all knew about this anyway, but I thought I'd bring you along, and hopefully in a few weeks time these dahlias will be repaying me with lots of beautiful colour. Anyway, job's a good one.